Hi there. Welcome to week 6, and this is episode 6. I'm going to go through a lot of information right now, and this is going to be mainly for parents, so students don't necessarily need to watch this video. However, this is for the kids here. Your next chapter is going to be amazing. We know that we are slowly making our way to the end of the year, and it's not our typical year in many facets of this, whether it's graduation or sports or just your everyday life. But we know that the next chapter is going to be great, and the kids are going to be great. Um, with that being said, we want to talk about how this new process is going to affect the kids later. Um, so let me go through here. You're going to see some of my talking points. I'm going to go over what I posted earlier this week. All right. So this you are currently watching episode 6, but this was what I posted earlier. Um, but I wanted to verbalize why we want to do some of these things. Okay, check-ins. Because we're not going to be able to see the kids and tell them really in person goodbye, we would like to see them at least once a week. This means they can choose whatever day they want to, and they can choose whatever time they want to. If they want to say, all right, I'm going to check in on Wednesdays at 10:30, that's fine. We just want to see the kids, and we want to make sure that they're safe and that they're okay. And if you all need anything, they can let us know. When it comes to missing work, right here, we still have that missing work document that we update weekly, as well as daily. Students, they can access this through our schedule. Parents just ask to see it. They can show you exactly where it is. Um, we are also using Infinite Campus as our main communication tool. We don't want to bombard you all with emails about what your kids are doing or what they're not doing. So we want to put some of the responsibility on your children. But if you have any questions, log into your Infinite Campus. If anything is marked missing, that's what needs to be completed. If your child completes one of those assignments, please have them email us so then we can adjust the score. We have a fun thing going on this week. It's our PLSD social distancing scavenger hunt. Let me see here. This is a fun way for the kids to get out of your hair, basically. Have them go out and take some selfies. We know they know how to make selfies. I'm going to get to show you where you can where the kids can find this. If they go into their Google Classroom, for Mrs. Ramsdale, for me, if they go under classwork, there's a scavenger hunt here, and each kid has their own scavenger hunt page. And here's what the rules are. And of course, there's going to be prizes, so that's always fun to do. So right here, their mission is to complete as many squares on the board as possible. All right, I'm going to have 3 winners, 1 from each level. What they need to do is their evidence. They need to take a picture. They need to place that picture on the scavenger hunt grid, of course, over the category that they are completing. Some extra bonus points for them is if they are on Instagram or on Twitter, or if you guys want to do it, please have them tag these handles, as well as if you don't do any of those things, if you don't tweet or if you don't gram, then you can just post some of the fun pictures on our Facebook page. That works too. Or you probably can't post them actually. You can send them to me and then I'll post them. So the kids are given different levels. So here's challenge 1. Level 1 is to just complete 1 bingo. That can be horizontal, that can be vertical, or that could be diagonal. Level 2 is to complete 1 of each. Level 3, fill the entire board. We want them to be creative. Let's make this a family thing. Include your siblings, your parents, and your pets, of course. The boards are due by Friday, and then the winners will be announced on our team meeting the week of May 8th. And what does the bingo board look like? Here it is. Some of the things are simple. Some of the things they may have to go out and look for. Get creative. The kids can draw it. They can do things. I know that the ice cream truck is going around. If you want to do that, you can do that. We love doing takeout on Thursdays. We get our grapevine on Thursdays and our La Fogata on Saturdays. We like to support the local restaurant. So we're doing our part. And of course, everybody has a binge worthy TV show. Just have your student take a picture or a selfie with these things and place them on here. When they are finished, all they have to do is click turn in. So, what they would do is once they're done and everything's on there, they would just click. I don't have it because I'm looking on the teacher side, but there will be a turn in button for them and they can just submit it and then I will have their bingo board. All right, let me go back to our talking points. If you have questions about that, feel free to ask me through Facebook or email or even Remind 101. Oops, sorry. Also, here we're going to talk about the pickup parade here in just a minute. Some things have changed. So let's move on to our talking points for week 6. All right. So for week 6, you guys have probably been notified about the report card. We want to just kind of explain to you what we're going to be doing as teachers on our side and what we expect of the students. We're going to be continuing with homework as usual. We're going to be posting it at the beginning of the week. Students are still responsible for iReady and still responsible for turning those things in. Yes, we know that they're going to be getting a P or an I. One thing that we want to make sure that you all understand is even if you are okay with a P or an I, what we want to do is we want to make sure we know that every kid, there's going to be a learning gap here due to the COVID. So we want to make sure that that gap is as small as possible. So as long as you guys can keep your kids motivated and doing their work, um, we feel strongly that they will be prepared for junior high. The grades are still going to be recorded through Infinite Campus. Again, you can check your missing assignments there. Any work that is missing will be marked as missing, and that counts as a 0. So you're going to see that grade drop down. If you don't like the way that grade looks, well, that's the easiest way for the kids to get their homework up is to complete their missing work. What we do want to make sure that you understand right here, it says students that they can make up any work, even if it was from week 1 of this distance learning, or they can still make it up without penalty. We just want to have them complete the work that has been assigned. As we go forward through the next few weeks, during our last week of school, we are not going to be assigning any new assignments. Students can use that time to make up any missing work. Also, we would like to have a farewell meeting with the students by May 22nd. That's our final day, which I know everyone's looking forward to. But the teachers were actually very sad that we're not going to have a proper goodbye for the kids. And we know that clap outs are fun and kind of, it's just like a tradition. Unfortunately, that can't happen this year. So what we want to do is we want to have some farewell meetings. That last week, there will be a sign up genius to where kids can sign up. Kids can sign up by themselves or they can sign up with a group of friends. I think it's kind of fun for friends kind of get together and talk to the teachers. So be on the lookout for that schedule. We'll send it out to parents as well as students, but the students are ultimately need to be the ones filling this out. Parents, you do not need to attend. This is more for the teachers and the students just to kind of have our final goodbyes. Sorry to go back to grading, but just as a reminder, iReady is counting as 2 points in the grade book each week. That's 1 point for completing a lesson. The second point is for completing the 45 minutes. This is for a grade in both ELA as well as math. Unfortunately, iReady resets every week, so we cannot kids can't make up those missed minutes. So if they missed last week or weeks prior, they can't make those up. So they just need to stay on top of those. Remember, every Monday is an iReady day. So use that day to get those minutes done. Now for the pickup parade. This is kind of what everyone's talking about. And our idea of this has changed and evolved over the last couple days, especially with some social distancing rules being put into effect. So bear with us here. I'm going to go over these talking points real quick, and then I'm going to go to the actual notice that was sent out to you guys. So the pickup parade, those are for students who have items to pick up or drop off, okay? What we would like for you to do during this time is have your kids look for any books that they have borrowed from our library or our classrooms. Also, if they borrowed any supplies or have anything that they need to return to the school, this is the time to do that. So, what are some items that could be picked up? Well, if your child, I know we had 4 kids, who were unable to be there on Friday when, our last day was, that was after outdoor ed. Most Pretty much all the kids took everything home with them. So, what we have done, teachers, by we, Miss Yulbrick and Mrs. Watkins, went to the school and went through all the lockers and packed up all of the things that you might, need or want. So if you think you have something, come check to see if you have a bag. We have bags labeled with your names. This is also a time, again, to drop off any, library books, um, or, classroom books. I know 5th grade has Esperanza Rising, that if you have a 5th grader, that's what you can drop off as well. If your child had any medicine in the clinic, whether it's an inhaler or, headache medicine, anything that was in the clinic, an EpiPen, you can pick those up at this time as well. Mrs. Tackett and the, clinic staff will be there to help, give you guys the, um the medicine. All right. Here's what we got to tell you. We need you to be patient with this process because it's possible that it could be raining. So we're hoping that it's not going to rain and it can be a nice, smooth process for you guys to just drive around the building. But if it's raining, unfortunately, then we're going to have everything inside. But you guys are supposed to stay in your car to practice that safe social distancing. The teachers, there's going to be a few teachers because we still have to practice social distancing. We'll be working and we will be delivering the items to the car, of anything that you have. I'm going to go back to what you guys were sent home. And this is what it was. Oh, let me blow this up a little bit. So here are the times. I'm not going to read all this to you, but I do want to pay attention right here. It looks like 6th grade's first time is Friday, May 1st, and that's from 9 to 11. If you cannot make that time, don't worry. We have an evening time as well, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, and that's from 5 to 7. If you are unable to make it to any of those times, please call the office to figure out a time to pick those things up. But please note that any items that will be remaining will be disposed of at the end of the day on the 5th. That means if there's any jackets, because there will be a lost and found area. If you've lost any, whether it's a jacket, a sweatshirt, or a lunchbox or anything like that, there will be a lost and found table set up. Um, Anything that's not claimed will be donated. Um, if it is outside, follow these guidelines. You need to post a sign with your student's name clearly in the window. If it's that would help us too, even if it is raining, so then we can quickly acknowledge the bag that we need to do. For 6th grade, if you could identify the team as well. So if you were to say, Kristen Ramsdale, red team, that would be very helpful because there's going to be other teachers there that may not know what team the student's from. So again, if you're coming to pick things up, have your child's name with the team on it so we can get that stuff for you quickly and get you in and out. Again, there will be a place to drop off library books. Also, if your child has any artwork, that will be available to pick up as well. We're hoping that that could be in the bags that we've already packed up. So we shall see. All righty. Let me minimize this. Okay. It looks like the last thing I'm going to talk about is how to pick up if your child hasn't done their India packet yet. For social studies, I found it easier to go to school and print off the packets that the students need to make the projects. I also went ahead and did China. China for ancient civilizations will be next week. So what you can see here is this is the front. I took pictures so you could see. There's a tub. It's a blue tub with a red top. Of course, I couldn't find matching Anyway, that doesn't matter. But it is placed against the wall to the right. If you're looking at the building, this is the trash can. Over here would be the doorways. Uh, I did that because if the wind was blowing, then this is kind of out of the way. As you can see, it says it's for red team, social studies packet, take one India, one China. When you open it up, the India packet is on the left, the China packet is on the right. If you can't make it to pick it up, that's okay. I will also have a printing option within the slideshows. For India, it's on slide 2, which will most likely be for China as well. Well, I know that was a lot of information, but hopefully hopefully I answered some of your questions. I'm going to send this out tomorrow through Remind 101 and Facebook, just for those people who like to see the quick kind of points. Please make sure to share this video with anybody in your family that may need it. If your grandparents are helping out, or if you have 2 households, that's fine. Make sure everybody is in the loop. So we hope you guys are staying healthy, and we hope to see you guys at the pickup parade. Know that we do still appreciate everything you guys are doing. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We appreciate you. Thank you.